Probably one of the things that I've focused on in recent years more is self-esteem issues, how people perceive themselves, the things that they believe about themselves, and how when we have negative experiences during childhood, it can cause us to have negative beliefs about who we are, and that affects our choices. And I've had several teenagers and adults who I've worked with on those beliefs, helping them to see that it wasn't their fault. Like for example, had several teenagers who had experienced sexual abuse earlier in their life, and they would blame themselves. They would feel like, I must have caused it. I must have done something. I'm bad because this happened to me. And so what I do is I work on helping them to be able to see that they weren't at fault. They were innocent victims. I work to help them to imagine, for example, that it was their own child. So let's imagine that you had a daughter and she grew up and she was the age that you were when it happened to you. How would you feel about it happening to her? And of course they would be very angry. And then I would say, well, how much did you blame her? Well, not at all, because it's not her fault. And so then helping them to realize that the abuse wasn't their fault either. And teenagers who would be able to say, I know I was an innocent victim. I'm not at fault for this. Even teenagers who, when they look back at childhood pictures, would say, I hate that child, that child because she was bad. And then are able to say, I wasn't bad. I was just a little girl.